Yeah, hi, hello children, welcome back to the class. So this is 10th biology. In our last class, we were having like Zoom class. Now I came with the recorded class. So I have post a paper like this in your groups, right? So this is about the Mendel's pea plant experiment. Same thing I want to go. I want to explain you once again. So here we are learning about the Mendel's pea plant experiment. So what this Mendel has done, he has taken a pea plant because of it is having seven contrasting characters, and it is a like annual plant and it's a bisexual plant. Okay. So first what he has done, he want to observe that how the characters are passed from one generation to the other generation. What was happening between these pea plants? So let us take an example. First, what does he done? Cross-pollinating a pure breed of yellow and green. So he has taken a pure breed of yellow plant, like yellow seeds, okay, and the green. So what he has taken, pure breed means it has only yellow color and green color. It is not mixed. So that is the pure one. So first he has done, like you can see here, parents yellow and green. Then what was the progeny? When there is a cross pollinating between these two, what was the progeny? What was the offspring? In F1 generation, the offspring is only yellow color. The offspring is only yellow color. So this capital Y, you can say that yellow as capital Y and green as a small y. They represent like this. Uh, but then where is this green color? Only why you can see the yellow color here? Because here capital Y that is present in the yellow is called as a dominant trait, and small y which is present in the green is called as a recessive trait. Okay, so here this is the dominant trait, that's why only we can see the yellow color. It does not mean that green is absent here. It does not mean that green is absent here. Green is a trait. Okay, that is not, you should, it's not only the color, but it is a gene, it is a trait. Okay, so now the traits that are present in this green color, where does they go? They'll also pass to the next generation. Okay, whatever is present in yellow and whatever is present in green, these two characters, the two traits, definitely they'll pass to the F1 generation. But what is happening here? Green is hidden. Green is hidden. That means they are recessive. They are not expressed outside. Only the yellow is expressed outside. Now again what he has done in F1 generation, all pea seeds are yellow. So now there is a self-pollination between this. All the yellow seeds plants, again there is a self-pollination. Okay. So what is happening when this self-pollination happens? You can see in F2 generation, 75% yellow and 25% green pea seeds has come. Now again, from where this green has come? Already it is a hidden character and yellow is only expressive character. Now in the F2 generation what happened? The green traits have passed to the F2 generation from the parents. That's why we are able to see the both colors here in the F2 generation. So like example I said no, maybe a father is not having the curly hair, but still you will have the curly hair. Then how is it possible your mama, your father both are not having the curly hair, but even the baby is having the curly hair? Because this is the gene that was present in their grandparents. Maybe your grandfather or maybe your grandmother is having the curly hair. That's why you got it. Then how, why your parent has not got? Because in your parent is a F1 generation and there only the dominant trait has been expressive, recessive has hidden. Now when it comes to you, the gene was passing only the, like curly hair is a gene, okay, that gene has passed to you, but it was not passed to the parent. It is still there, it is present, it is present in your parent, that's why you got it, but it is not expressed by the connectivity. So like this here, green is also a recessive, but in F1 generation it is hidden and in F2 generation it is expressed outside. Now again what he has done by self-pollination. F2 generation there is a self-pollination between the yellow and the green. Okay. He got F3 generation. In F3 generation, what was the result here? You can see here 25% of yellow seed giving pea plant and 50%, about 50% yellow and 25% green and 25% green. You can see in F3 generation, in 100% there is a 25% yellow, in other it is 50 plus 20 and other one is only 25% green. So this was the progeny that has come out. Now Mendel made some assumption by which he could explain his observation. Now what he has observed among this? So first assumption was every pea plant has two factors. That means for each character there are two factors which is called as YY. Okay. Otherwise small y and small y or capital Y and capital Y. So these are called as the factors. So in each character, in each trait, there are two factors. Okay. Now Mendel carefully choose the plants which do not produce a mixed result. So in first generation, what he has done? He has taken only pure plant, pure breed, only the pure color like yellow. It is one is purely yellow, one is purely green. So he has selected these plants, right? Now a pure breed yellow is there, no? It has the both factors, two factors it is having, which is called as capital Y and capital Y. The capital Y and capital Y are the two factors that are present in the yellow, purely yellow. So yellow is a character, and in this character there are two factors which represents like capital Y and capital Y. Here what should we remember? That means this character having only dominant traits. Okay, these are having only dominant. Now next, and he also taken the pure green color, right? And it is also having two factors which are recessive, small y and small y. So this was happened. So when there is a cross pollination between this pure yellow and green, only the dominant has come outside with all yellow seeds pea plant. Now in F2 generation, assumption 2, during reproduction, one factor from each parent is taken to form a new pair in the progeny. Why there was yellow and green here? One yellow from the parent and one green from the mother. Okay, suppose this is mother and father. So one capital Y and small y has come. Is it not? From the parents. That's why there are two colors in the F2 generation. So two traits were passing from parents to the progeny. Now in assumption 3, one of these will always dominate the other if mixed together. The trait expressed in F generation is called dominant. The trait that is in F1 generation, మనకు కనిపించిన trait ఏంటి? Only yellow, which is capital Y, that is dominant. While other which do not express in the F1. F1 లో మనకు కనిపించేది ఏంటి? Green, that is recessive. So 3 assumptions he has done. అంటే ఇలా అయ్యి ఉంటుంది అనే ఒక ఊహ అతనిది. So 3 he has assumption. What is the first one? In each character there are two factors, YY, capital Y, small y. This was assumption. In second assumption that during the reproduction, the traits are passing from one generation to the other generation. That's why in the F2 generation you can see both green and yellow again. And one more assumption was that when only the pure breed is having cross pollination, you can see only the dominant trait. So that was he has observed in this experiment. Okay, right? So here you can see from assumption 2, the breed after cross pollination will have one factor from pure breed yellow and one from the pure breed white. So in F2 generation, both yellow and green you have seen. So one capital Y from yellow and one small y from the green. So each baby will consist of two characters, capital Y and small y. Okay. But still the Y factor is dominant. Here you can see there is a cross pollination between. Here you can see there is a cross pollination between the two. So what are the traits? What are the factors here? Green is having small y, whereas yellow is having capital Y. Now there is a cross pollination like this, capital Y, small y. Okay, capital Y, small y. When there is a cross pollination between the capital Y and small y, you can see that capital Y and small y, this is the result. When there is a cross pollination between capital Y and small y, this is the result. when there is a cross pollination between the capital Y and small y. So these are the result. When the capital Y and small y has cross pollination, definitely you'll get the capital Y and small y. So here what is happening? All are yellow. That means all the dominant traits are in F1 generation. Now the trait expressed in F1 generation is dominant, unexpressed is recessive. This is called as the law of dominance. ఇక్కడ only dominant trait మాత్రమే మనం చూడగలుగుతున్నాం కాబట్టి దీని law of dominance అంటాం. This is called as law of dominance. Now self pollination in F1 generation. F1 generation లో self pollination. One self-pollinating these species, one with YY factor, the new breed have combinations of capital Y and small y. So here there is a self-pollination between the F1 generation. Then you can see the results are like this. Capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y and small y. That means small y means only green color. Capital Y means only yellow color. Capital Y as well as small y means yellow and green. Mix. Some babies will be having green color and some babies are. You can see in the dogs also, no? When they give birth, what happens? Puppies. Some puppies will look like mother, brown color. Some puppies will look like totally black color. If suppose there are 5 puppies, 5 are different. 2 may be black in color, 2 may be brown in color, right? So like the difference will be there. That means the genes are transferred from, some genes are transferred from parent, mother side. Some genes or characters or traits are transferred from the father side. So here it can be YY, YY or YY, all of them in the equal ratio. You can go through this one. Here, this one. Okay. So this is a F1 generation self-pollinating. Now, so this is F2. Okay, now, so in the heap, we'll get approximately equal number of Y's and YY P's. But any P that has Y factor will be yellow. And any P that have both small Y's, it will be green. Right now, I said, no, when there are only small Y's, then it represents only green color. When there is capital Y, it represents the yellow color. So this is about the Mendel's leaf experiment, and here again there are like phenotype and genotype. Phenotype, what is phenotype and what is genotype? F2 generation, we can clearly observe that 75% yellow seed producing pea plants and 25% green ones. In F2 generation, we have seen that 75% yellow seeds producing pea plant and 25% are green one. This is known as phenotype, but that means externally visible characters. The characters that are externally visible are called as phenotype. And the ratio is called as phenotypic ratio or monohybrid phenotypic ratio. This monohybrid phenotype ratio అని కూడా అంటారు. So the character that is externally visible. That means yellow is visible in some half ratio. In other ratio, green is visible. So that is phenotype monohybrid ratio. And it is like 3:1 ratio because 75% means 3 and 25% means 1. 3:1 ratio here. Now what is genotype? Genetically in 75% yellow seed producing pea plants, only 25% pea plants produce yellow seeds that are pure breeds. In other generation we have seen that some seeds are purely yellow, that means capital Y, and and are homozygous, that is have the same factors of representing a character. Homozygous means which is having both same factors, capital Y. There are both same characters, no? Sorry, same factors. Capital Y and small y means it is having two different factors. So here they are same, that's why it is called as homozygous. The remaining 50% yellow seed producing pea plants are YY. That means heterozygous. It is having two factors. The remaining 25% are green producing pea plants, that is purely small y. That means homozygous type. When there are two small y's, it is homozygous. When there is capital Y and small y, two factors different, then it is two factors if it is different, it is heterozygous. Two factors if they are same, it is called as homozygous. So this is about the phenotype and the genotype. The constitution of pea plants is shown by representative letters Y and Y. To show the probable nature of factors is known as the genotype. This ratio is called as genotypic ratio or monohybrid genotypic ratio. So here it is showing the two factors, no, capital Y and small y, and these factors is known as a genotype. You can see down in the picture where there is a self pollination, what is happening, and when there is a cross pollination, what is happening. Self pollination is between capital Y and capital Y. That's why all the F1 generation is capital Y's only. Okay, this is the expressive character. You can see here it is called as a phenotype. Next, here there is a cross pollination between the capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, small y. So again, four different traits you can see: capital Y, capital Y, capital Y, small y. Here this is a self pollinating. First one, cross pollination, cross pollination. Okay, right? Last one is also self pollination between the only green. That's why you can see only the green seeds coming outside. Okay, so this is about today. We'll meet in our next class. I'll send you the homework, children. Thank you.